Are you all gonna maybe get a list of all the pastors in Lincoln County to write
The
them a
health
letter
department,
to invite them?
the health department has that.
Great.
Jennifer McKay is on top of that.
Right.
She's doing very good. Okay.
We talk about the policies and things, but the LEPC, their charge is to have this done, and we really haven't had good participation in the past 3 months or so, been working on this, and I'm thinking that when we start again here in a few days, that participation will pick up due to the issues that you all just discussed.
Well, is that gonna be advertised in the paper, Sean?
Yeah, so as we get everybody coordinated on the page of time and dates, we'll do that.
And anybody, like I said, anybody in here that wants me to notify them, put your telephone number or something on that list, and I will call you and say, hey, we're having the meeting, you know.
Yeah, and
We'll pass it
especially
around.
someone from each crime group needs to be
Yeah.
coming too, you know,
Absolutely.
so.
Yeah, the crime
we
watches
coordinate
would
all
have
that.
to step up.
And that was another question I've seen on the news, you know, other counties had a lot of break-ins and stuff, and where's Mr. Big, do our county have a lot of break-ins and people
Greg, do
stealing
you know if there was any?
generators?
Not as bad as one would think given the circumstances. I mean, nothing out of the
There was
extraordinarily,
some,
but
Stephen.
nothing any more major than what we
know
normally
that.
have.
Most people out my way defend their castle.
Oh, I know.
And I think people know
They
that,
should.
that helps.
Dave Miller has another question.
Exactly what does litter control do? What job is that?
What kind of job is that?
What does he do?
They go out, they look for new dumps, they coordinate with the state road to clean up dumps, coordinate with probation to give addresses of dumps and things like that.
What's the dilapidated building?
And dilapidated buildings, yes.
We have a lot of those.
Yes, we do. Beth Gross has a question.
I have a question about that as well. Does that have anything to do with, because I know most of you know where I live, and my house and my parents' house is well kept and manicured and, you know, not too shabby. Most of the people that live around us, I can't say the same for them. And, you know, just driving from Route 10 to my house is enough to make you sick sometimes. And so would part of Mr. Weaver's job be to go out and visit these folks and say, hey, clean up your slop?
Yes, that would be part of his job to do that. He would be able to issue citations as well.
Who previously was in charge of the litter control project? What happened to them?
The probation office, Jerry Swanson, is over it. Daryl Baker was over the litter. Joey Birch was on the litter. Trying to think who else. Anyways, Daryl Baker has now gone on to home confinement. Got another question, Mike Mostello.
I just want to make a statement. I want to thank everyone that I was involved with through the past power outages. All the folks in Lincoln County understood that this is a state of emergency, not a state of inconvenience.
Right.
And these people jumped in, they helped, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate my guys for working around the clock. I think it was a joint effort, and proud to be a part of it.
Does there anybody else have anything you want to say?
Mr. Johnson.
The Hamlin Fire Department was out a lot. They did a lot too, and we got a truckload of ice in here, and they wanted a few people to come and help unload it, but they didn't tell nobody it was a tractor trailer. And they gave people ice all day long. Anybody that came down there, they gave it to whoever needed it, and they hauled it in every direction. There was a lot of non-communication stuff going on, but anything happens like this, you always learn from it.
Yeah, really good people helped cut I cut more trees than that than I had since I used to cut mine crops back in school. And the people came out, people that couldn't hardly get around, just trying to help move things and things like that. And it really impressed me. We were cutting brush out one of the roads up there, and people come in behind us, didn't even know. They had chainsaws, they was looking for stuff to cut, you know. So, and that's the kind of people we got here in the county. You know, they helped everybody. I mean, and I was really impressed. Like I said, a lot a lot of people could have gotten really upset and probably did about what went on. And I seen old people that were sick sitting out on their porch, and I was trying to make sure that their oxygen was working okay and things like that. They were saying, well, I wish they could get it to us, but I understand. And that's, I think, the pioneer spirit that brought us here is what kept us going during that period of time. And you know, you just can't, I can't say how impressed I am with the people. I mean, they went a long, long time with illnesses and in a tremendously terrible situation, a terrible environment to try to live in. And we were very, very lucky we didn't lose a lot of our older people with this. We
Right.
really were.
Wonder what the situation is, how do the electric company work at how, about cutting? If they've got trees close to the lines,
They need to do it.
why can't they cut them? You know, anything close to the lines?
What the policy do that.
It needs to be their policy.
That's
though.
exactly
That's
because
the
they're in
problem.
winter months or summer months. and it's-
Well, I think, you know, one of the things we do here locally in this meeting of emergency service, what our response would be, we ask them stuff like that.
Why don't
You know,
we
just
let
like we ask them about burying lines and the cost that's gonna have in the future and things like that. All these, if your weather patterns turn bad and they stay bad, you're gonna have to address it one way or the other. You know, people out my way, the ones that don't have generators are getting generators. You know, that's what you have to do as an individual or as a family you have to do. Then we have to look here at county government on what we can do with the electric company and the responding agencies to make it a better response to things like this.
And I have one more question. From the previous storm, not this past storm, you know, all the damage on Lick Creek. And they've hauled all those big old trees and big old tree stumps, and they're sitting in one of the few wide spots there by the old Ranger ball field. What's gonna be done about that?
That
That's
is
a
part
snake
of this
haven.
grant. Mr. Hunt was here. That's
Yes.
part of the grant to get that cleaned up.
Thank you.
DOH was supposed to have already cleaned that up, and they have not. But that was part of the, that and the cleaning the creek were the only two things that we could use in this grant, so that's what we're doing with that.
Thanks.
Good question.
Mr. McCann?
Yes.
I assume that's all we have.
Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn until August 2nd, 6 o'clock.
So,
We stand adjourned.